It's day 0 of the Overcrest drive. I filled up the Quattro, some gas, and I actually broke the door handle again on the passenger side. So I've been spending the afternoon at my buddy Spencer's house getting that fixed up. Our friend Igor just showed up. We're doing a little fluid change on his BMW Z4. It's always good to hang with the boys and have a couple beers. I don't get to do that often. We're gonna head over to Shellman, USA. They make really nice seats, and we're gonna have a little pre-party, you know, just some pizza before the rally tomorrow. But it's an early one. The rally starts at 6 a.m., so we can't go too hard tonight. I've got my Pocket 3 on the back of the car, get a couple of rolling shots of everybody, but I doubt we're gonna be driving a lot of 2-lane roads. It's probably gonna be a lot of single-lane twisties. Shellman was pretty cool. I got to see some of the Overcrest guys I haven't seen in a bit. Best of all, my buddy Jason showed up. He's going to be riding with me on the rally tomorrow for the first hour. He actually ordered some seats from those guys and was able to see them for the first time, so that was really cool. They are really nice. I'm really excited for him. Kind of makes me want to get some new seats for the Quattro. I reupholstered these ones, but the stock seats kind of just suck. We're gonna go grab some dinner, but try not to make too late of a night out of it, because I'm gonna wake up at 4 so I can grab Jason around 5, and then we gotta be at the start point at 6. So see you there. It's about 4:30 in the morning. I got the Quattro all packed up last night, got some drinks in the cooler, got all the tools that I need, all the batteries charged up for the cameras and things. I wake up early a lot because I like to take a lot of early flights when I have to work, but last night's rough, man. We were up till probably like 11:30, so I was out here in the garage till almost 1, but we picked up our kit. I got my Overcrest, you know, stuff here. They gave me the map. When they showed me this map, I kind of freaked out, and I just thought to myself, oh my God, we're driving all the way to Canada. But we're not driving to Canada. That would be like 700, 800 mile round trip. They also gave me my numbers. I picked 83, so I gotta stick these on the car. But I'm gonna go make some coffee and pick up Jason at about 5 a.m. So, oh, we got an umbrella. That's hilarious. Very fitting for Oregon. All right, got my coffee. The car was not happy yesterday. A couple of times where it did not want to start, and I felt like the later it got in the day, the worse it got, so we'll see how she feels now. Hopefully I remembered everything. All you really need is a wallet so you can put gas in the car. You can do anything with a wallet with some money in it. Gotta check out this build. You got this thing torn up, bro.
Yo.
I think I got like 4 hours of sleep last night.
Me too. Me too. But
this will be nice, holy shit. It was definitely a fun little drive on the back roads. Jason and I just got here to the meetup point. A lot more cars than I expected, but cars are really diverse. Usually these guys are known for doing more like classic Europeans and a lot of Porsches, but there's all kinds of stuff out here, so that's really fun to see. Can't wait to get started. I'm glad we got here nice and early. That way we could kind of chill out and get some coffee for a sec, but should be a fun day.
I want to do like a Dukes of Hazzard thing, where it's like I can hit it and freeze it, like Bo or Duke.
Just the opening scene, like Daypass.
I'll write like a little monologue to go with it.
Yeah, you're great.
Start of the rally, we're all heading out. Got the walkie-talkies situated here. Of course, I was the only one that charged mine. Luckily, I got a bunch of extra batteries. So one thing I forgot to do before we left was check on my driveline bolts. I just did a new carrier bearing in the drive shaft, and I torqued everything down, you know, paint penned them, so it should be pretty obvious to see if anything's coming loose. I'm not really worried about it, but it's just one more thing that I probably should check off the box before we get going here too much. First stop, we only made it about 10 minutes. Everybody had to pull over and unload all that coffee we just drank, but the views are beautiful, the cars are cool, and meeting a lot of new people already, you know, having fun, checking out the cars, getting to talk about my car, so that's what it's all about. I haven't really used the heated seats in this car because it would always pull so many amps, it would mess up the belt on the alternator since I could never get the alternator tight enough. But last week I got a new tensioner on that thing and I got the belt nice and tight finally, so now I can use the heated seats. It's gonna be a mildly temperate day, so I wore shorts, but it's still a little bit cold in the morning, but having these things cooking is definitely clutch in this old car. All right, we just got to like a gravel part. I was hoping to get my car nice and dirty, but I wasn't expecting there to be a gravel part of the road. They told us that the map we were doing was all tarmac. There is an off-road version of the rally. It's probably just a short while. Some beautiful Oregon landscapes. For some reason, sharing this with friends is just so much funner than being out here by yourself. Probably not the best time to check my drive line, but I really wanted to do it before we get going. Kind of hard to see under there. Get a picture of the bolts and see if the paint marks are still in the same place. I think the rear is good. Get my phone under here far enough. Oh, gonna have to review the footage real quick. I don't know, I can't tell the front bolts. I don't think I paint penned all of them, but they don't look like they're backing out, so I think we're good. Time to roll. I thought you might want to go fast. I was a little bit out of my comfort zone there. I got separated from all my buddies, but just kind of kept it going in the Quattro, and then that Skyline GTR showed up and I knew I had to kick it in high gear, so I had a lot of fun out there. That has got to be the hardest I've ever driven the Quattro ever in the 2 years that I've owned it, and it's definitely hanging together. The thing is not slow, that's for sure. Definitely a good time. So we just pulled over, make sure all the cars are okay. A couple people want to make some adjustments, make sure there's not stuff dragging under the cars. There's some sticks and stuff out there, but these roads just seem like they go forever, endlessly. We're just gonna keep on going down these curves. It's great living in Oregon. Love it. All right, everybody's rolling out. So we didn't drive much further and found our lunch spot. Kind of cool seeing everybody back together. We're missing about 10 or 15 cars that did the off-road edition of this rally. Jason made everyone sandwiches, at least in our group. I hooked it up for Spencer and I, so we didn't have to buy burritos, but we'll get those down and then head back out again. Spencer's got a little issue with the fender here on the M3. You're gonna have to re-roll that thing, but he'll be all right. I really wanted to drive my 240 maybe next time, but I would have to be a lot more careful than this. 240 doesn't like bumpy roads. Oh. We just pulled over and I must have done a bad job tightening things up because I looked under the hood and the alternator tensioner that I was so happy about has seemed to have lost a nut. And I don't think I have a spare nut, but I'm gonna make sure that bolt's all the way in there just in best I can do. I think the plan here is I'm gonna put a zip tie around the back side of the bolt. Got zip ties sort of holding the bolt on, but then we got duct tape holding the zip ties on. So I think we're good. They ain't going nowhere. I took this off to look at something. I think I just forgot to tighten it when I put it back together. I should probably check that other one up there too. This is what the Pacific Northwest is all about. Just one-lane roads lined with trees. I could get lost out here for days. So far so good. I'm gonna have to check on that alternator bolt, but I think we're about halfway. We're at a Lighthouse overlook, checking out the beach here. I've been using my Pocket 3 as a car-to-car camera. I got a suction cup on the side of the Quattro, and I can control it with my phone. It's pretty fun. We definitely made this place crowded real quick. All right, I'm leading the pack, no pressure. Man, would I kill to have the 240 right now. That would be fun. Probably get myself in trouble though. Wow, that is beautiful. So clearly I haven't drank enough coffee. What I thought was lunch earlier was actually breakfast, and luckily Jason had more food, so I'll be happy for now. Now we're driving to lunch. All that driving, and this is what we picked.
Fort George would have been.
It's been a long day already, man. Nothing like some fish and chips in Astoria. This is where they filmed the movie The Goonies. They filmed Kindergarten Cop here. Kind of famous. It's a pretty cool place. We have the longest continuous truss bridge in America. It used to be the longest one in the world. But yeah, stretch our legs a bit, get a little refuel on the stomachs, and yeah, we'll head back out again. I'll be honest, when I rolled up and saw that we were eating lunch at a boat in a parking lot, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but that was pretty good fish and chips. I think we're probably in the back of the group now because that took a little while, and we definitely went out of the way for about 20 minutes. We're gonna kind of circumvent the map a little bit, maybe catch up some time so that we're not backtracking, but we'll be back on the typical route here pretty soon. I had to put another zip tie on the alternator because that bracket that was kind of holding it in actually broke. So not only did it need a zip tie now to hold the bolt in from sliding out, but I needed another zip tie to keep the whole entire bracket from sliding into the actual alternator belt now. So looks like it's still in okay condition. As long as it stays, you know, where it's at, I think it'll be fine, but we got at least another 100 miles to go, if not 150. It's definitely gonna take a beating, that's for sure, especially the way I've been driving this thing. We're almost to the end destination. We're gonna stop at the restaurant in about 20 minutes for the final stop. And I mean, the first half of the day seemed like it took an eternity, and then the second half just flew by in a second. I don't know how that happened, but I have never beat on a car this hard in my entire life. And it blows me away that the Quattro was able to take it. This thing is so much fun. My friends couldn't believe how fast it was. It corners really well. I'm getting on the gas so early coming out of the corners on this car, and I feel like with that all-wheel drive you can just really full throttle it. I've been a little bit careful because it's had a slipping clutch in the past, but today it held on. I mean, I was rolling into the gears a little bit slowly and, you know, not just slamming the throttle down, but in the end I got to meet a bunch of cool new people, drive with my friends, you know, that's what it's all about. And I learned one thing was it didn't even matter if I was driving with my friends or not. Like, just being with somebody else, you know, cutting through all those roads, it was so much fun. It didn't matter who it was. Everybody's really chill on the Overcrest drives. The vibes are always good, you know, people are really respectful. We don't get dangerous, and I love that. That's my favorite part, you know, we just enjoy the drive. And I'd love to see more people out here. If you want to check out the Overcrest, make sure to go on their website, their Instagram. They got all that stuff. They got YouTube videos. They're probably going to do a recap, and I'm sure I'll have some sick photos from earlier. Yeah, I've really enjoyed myself, and I hope this was an okay video. It was really hard documenting this whole process. You know, I can't just stop and shoot doing flybys and things. My friends don't want to stop, of course, so it's tough getting enough footage to actually make a video out of, but it was a lot of fun anyways, and we'll see. I guess I won't really know how it looks until I edit the video next week, but hope you all enjoyed yourself, because I sure did. Check your polarizers. I'm editing the Overcrest video and I realized that I didn't exactly conclude what all happened with the alternator, and that's pretty much because it was fine. It made it the whole way back to my house, and I've been driving the car all over town all week, like no big deal, you know, with the zip ties and the duct tape on it still. So what actually happened was the bracket that I had, you know, fabbed up, well, it was basically just a motorcycle exhaust bracket, and whatever this is made out of, I'm assuming it's steel, it pretty much just snapped right here where the bolt was. So the piece broke off, that caused the nut to get loose, that caused the nut to fall off, and then the bolt started backing out. So in a few weeks, I'm gonna go through and sort this out, you know, make my own bracket out of a legitimate thick piece of steel. I even got a brand new alternator for it that's 220 amps, which will be really cool. I want to run an electric air conditioning unit on this car instead of doing the traditional one that goes off of the belt drive, because I think that might just be a little bit simpler. So we'll see when that all comes to fruition. Maybe that'll be a future project next year. But for now, I'm gonna get this alternator bracket fixed up with the new alternator on there, and yeah, hopefully soon.